Oh no, this is not right. Hold on. We're back. We're here. No, I just didn't. I thought my buttons were accurate, and they were not. But we're live with Mondays in Exandria, Wanderlust and Wildemount. Hi. How are you all doing? I'm fine. We're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are and who we're playing. I'll just start with myself, I guess, because I'm already talking, and it'd be weird to come back around to me. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I will be playing Wendell Eustace Abernathy, Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer the Fourth of the Havisham Hossenpfeffers. I'm really glad I don't have the hiccups anymore. That would have sucked. Taking me like three breaths to get through that. He's a nobleman, a philanthropist, new coin master of Amon, possibly. You know. The invitation's out there. He's writing his acceptance letter. It's fine. You know, and an aspiring author. Just a man of many hats. And who might be a warlock. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a pyramid scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's just a trickle-up power dynamic. Anyway, speaking of trickling up, let's go to above me to Harlan Flipcloak, D20 coup de grace. How are you tonight? You are muted. Oh, you were for a second, I think, but you're good now.
Harlan Flipcloak is me. D20 coup de grace is also me, the person playing the Flipcloak. And I am a master of time and space, a hobgoblin wizard, and I can't wait to manipulate the goings-ons. Yes.
Yes, one who is not a master of manipulating the goings-ons, but is always there when things are going on. Shiny Pilot, how are you?
Igor's doing good. Shiny Pilot playing Igor. He is sometimes there, sometimes not there, and yet he's always there. He's the butler for Wendell. He has many things, many hats, mostly butler, carriage driver, hunchback, half-orc extraordinaire, and yeah, he does whatever Master needs him to do. Within reason.
Within reason. Well,
and sometimes to excess.
Mostly that. But someone who is definitely mostly within reason, Nuggetosaurus. How are you?
I am always in reason. I've been told by my husband that I am a lawful neutral person, so I guess. I don't know. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Hal, the shifter fighter / paladin. I almost said Ambara, but that's tomorrow night.
It is tomorrow night.
She is considering leaving the group because she's tired and she just wants to spend time with her soon-to-be possibly wife. I haven't asked yet, but it's gonna happen. And kids. So yeah, she's just tired. Okay. She's tired.
Someone who might be tired, but definitely looks like they're about to be abducted by aliens. Producer Trav, how are you?
I have new friends, and they just want everyone to know that things are going to be fine. Hi, I'm Travis Bulls, and I'm Legion, and tonight I'm playing Lamont Quinlan, who, you know, he's also tired. And
you also look like it could be a hologram. I'm sorry. I've been looking at you this whole time. We've been going around.
Yeah. This is Hologram Travis. I'm going on tour later this year. Greatest hits. You know, Lamont, he's a mess. He's a bag of cats. And right. Becky said she's lawful neutral. On my best day, I'm chaotic good. I see myself that way. I don't know really what the truth is, but we'll all find out together. Let's do it.
We will all find out together, indeed. Because next is our dungeon master, Deception Check, who lets us all find out things together. Sometimes, occasionally. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good. We're actually going to play this evening, which has not been the case for the last few weeks.
Sadly.
Or months. Not sure. It's been so long, I've forgotten. I'm not even sure where we're at in the story. So, you know, we'll just go. No, I'm kidding. I know exactly where we are. But yeah, I'm doing well, and I'm excited to have everybody here. And let's just see if I can ruin all of Hal's plans that she just told you about in her intro. Last time we played, we did have a bit of a situation where people were discussing whether or not they should stay with the group. Their lives have been progressing, and the danger has been increasing to such a point that choices were having to be made. In the case of Lamont Quinlan, in the case of Howl and her family, and possibly even in the case of the other characters, but yet not yet voiced. And then Lamont ran off, going to chase the myriad, because he thought that if you just kill enough of them, everything will be better. And, in most cases, and in most Dungeons and Dragons games, if you kill enough people, you will level up and everything will be fine. Or not. Tonight's or not. As Lamont stood in an empty street surrounded by 6 rough-looking men and a very swarmy, smiling man who told him that he had been asking too many questions to all the wrong people and that they just couldn't have that anymore. But we're not going to go there because that would be too easy, just killing Lamont Quinlan there on the side of the road. That'd be way too easy. That's exactly what he expects, and that's exactly what you might expect as well. Although I look for the enjoyment of that if I could. But where we will start is back in the house, Wasserin Manor in Port Damali, where Wendell, Igor, Howl, and Harlan are sitting. Howl had just basically said her piece, made a few comments about time travel, talked about reasons why she may or may not want to stay. And the gravity of this moment and the absence of Lamont has opened up the floor to silence and to possible conversation. And that's where we start, with Howl looking out, kind of in her non-aggressive, aggressive stare, sort of like, yeah, come at me. I said stuff. What are you going to do? And that's where we start, with Igor eating a lot, has plates and plates of food. Wendell stealing food from Igor's plates.
Yes.
And Harlan sitting there quietly in an armchair.
As I recall,
Calandra?
Yes, that's one. She wanted a date tomorrow.
Yeah, yes, she did.
She had mentioned something about that.
Or, well, not a date, of course. It's all business.
Of
Yes,
course.
Okay. So right now, Harlan is busy working on a new blueprint. Yes.
There in your chair?
Yes.
Or at a table in the main parlor?
Well, yeah, just at a table where we were having
conversation.
Refreshment and conversation.
Yeah. Wendell would be stealing food from Igor's plate so as to not look like he's eating as much food, but he totally is. Yes.
I was going to say Igor's helping, but he'd look to see if anybody else wants food. He'll pass it along if you do.
And also writing his acceptance letter for the coin master on the Council of Tal'Dorei position. Would be doing well. Also, he's taking his time with the letter. So he'd be, looking at how, if you need to talk, I'm here. Let him also just casually writing a letter. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think Hal's just eating. She said her piece, and she doesn't really have much. If nobody seems to have a problem with the time limit she set, so I think she's just eating.
A moment later, while you're eating and everyone is sitting there in silence, Stefan, one of the doormen of House Wasserin, comes over to you and leans over and whispers, there's a functionary at the door. would like to speak with you about Mr. Flipcloak.
With me?
Oh, we'd like to speak to you first.
Okay.
Looks up and says, "Someone's here for me."
He said it quietly. You
Oh, I can't hear it.
probably would not be able to hear it unless you'd like to try. It's below your passive.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
he's not an eavesdropping type.
Wendell is.
Okay.
Wendell
Give
would
me your
try.
roll.
Let's see.
Does Hal know what a functionary
no.
is?
That's a nat 1. He does not
Okay,
hear
you
a thing.
definitely not. Yeah, just you've dealt with a lot of them in your time in Port Damali. They're the low level, not very important people who work for the important people, and you've had to go through them, and you've met them at a lot of functions. They do the do work.
Okay. Then she'll get up and go to the door, I guess.
Stefan opens the door for you, and you see a man in the garb of the Zalazo. But it looks like he seems a little bit out of breath, as if he ran here.
Okay.
Mistress Howell,
Yeah.
I was told to speak with you first.
About?
You are one of the companions of Harlan Flipcloak, correct?
Yes.
Well, we regret to inform you and ask that you find the best way to say this to him, but his ship is missing.
What?
Sometime in the last hour, it disappeared. We're formulating an actual response to this misplacement of this large floating ship that everyone could see and then couldn't.
Hold on. She kind of I imagine she's standing at the door and she's just got her hand on the handle kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of leaning out a little bit to talk to this dude. She leans back and goes, "Harlan!"
Oh no, I would. Oh, you see him I'm not paid enough for this. Oh.
Harlan, quickly.
Because Hal doesn't know the questions to ask about shit like this, so she's like, "I'm gonna get the smart people."
What?
I hear that yell and I just flip open my book. Howl, is everything alright?
Yeah, you might want to come too, Wendell.
Right. I just close the book. Pick up the acceptance letter. I think about leaving it there, and then I think about all the food that's on the table. I'm like, no. Take it with me. Fold it up. Follow after Harlan.
All right, so the three of you, I imagine Igor follows behind his master.
I was gonna say Igor would probably be looking around at this confusing interaction. He kind of quickly load up a big platter, that too, and he keeps licking his fingers and grabbing some extra stuff to put on the plate, and he'd take that with.
And then the automatic doorbell alerts that people are standing out front. So Harlan, you walk around, and with Wendell behind, and Igor's soon to follow. Once he gets the entire load of food on one plate,
as much as he can. It's like the balancing act with the pyramid.
Yes, I imagine you might start stacking other plates on top of that plate to see how high you can go to get it.
I mean, he'd be tempted to unless Wendell stops him.
Well, Wendell's not there.
Okay,
So
then there's nobody else to stop him then.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can't wait. We'll do a dex check in a second.
Sounds good.
An issue there. How?
Yeah, this guy's got something to tell you.
When we were hoping to formulate an actual official response, Mr. Flipcloak.
Response to what?
Your ship's missing.
Yes, we regret to inform you that your airship has disappeared.
When?
Sometime in the last hour.
This is worrisome. He looks deep in thought.
We have people on guard on the Sky Spire, and they keep a good eye out. Airships are kind of hard to miss due to the size and location above the city. But it was there, and then it wasn't.
And this is why you don't fuck with time shit. She gives a very pointed look to Harlan.
Time? What does time have? I just know that those the Zalazo assigned to the Sky Spire and people of a much higher position and pay grade than me will be making an official response to you, and will be filing paperwork in order to provide you recompense for the loss. Your ship while in while we were watching it.
That is unpleasant, he says.
I bet
Yes,
this guy is
I'm
thinking
sorry.
Harlan's taking it way better than he thought.
I'm not normally the one that does this sort of announcement. I'm sorry. I'm not really trained for this sort of thing. So if I believe that the official response should be coming within the hour, should be better worded and with much more tact than I'm allowed.
Did you see anyone out of the norm there?
I wasn't there. I was just sent to tell you. Please don't get angry.
Perhaps we
with
should
me.
go investigate.
Yes. Can
The
you
Sky Spire is currently closed while we investigate ourselves. I'm sorry, sir. I can't allow you on until the official investigation is over.
So you're not gonna allow him to search for his own ship despite the fact that y'all lost it?
That is
Seems pretty fucked up.
That's why I didn't want to be the one to tell it. Look, I'm only telling you what I was told. I'm sorry.
I think I need to speak to your manager.
The senior officer on the watch is scheduled to come by here within an hour with the official response, as I said.
All right.
You didn't move your ship, did you?
No.
Okay, well, all right. Yes, if you just wait here, I'll make sure that yes, the commander soon, an hour, I promise.
Thank you for the information.
You're welcome.
And Hal just closes the door.
Now, Igor, can you make a dexterity check?
Oh, I most definitely can make
You
it.
know what? I'll give you athletics. I'll give you an athletics check.
Oh, really?
If you'd like to rage pile this food on here, that'd give you advantage.
Nah, I think he'd just normally do it. So, oh no. I rolled a 3 for a 10.
You know, I believe you have advantage on this anyway, because, you know, food is your preferred
Vice.
Yes, of all
Yes.
kinds. You have proficiency with food.
I've
Probably
been
double
around food.
You have expertise with food, I'm pretty sure. So
Perfect.
it's teetering though.
You know, there's only one thing to do for teetering food is you have to start eating it.
All right.
So if it's teetering, Igor's going to try and ease the platter down, guiding the teeter-totter. He's going to lower it to like waist high, and he's going to just kind of reach out and like and just kind of owl and grab a bit off the top and just start kind of nibbling at it.
And that is what you all see when you return to the parlor after getting that news.
Oh, cool. Would you, oh, sorry, Master is chewing. Would you like some food? I've rescued it from the table from going in the bin.
I don't think the food needed rescuing from the table, Igor.
It looked like it was a desperate cry for help to me.
You know, Harlan, we don't have to wait for them. We do have a carpet, and we could just go up there, and they're the ones who fucked up, so they can't stop you from looking for your own ship. Because they fucked up.
Yes. Just trying to think of who could have done this.
literally anyone who wants your ship, because aren't you selling it for money now?
No, that ship was a prototype. I'm selling a design for profit. It has nothing to do with that. Well, it has little to do with that ship.
It's very rare that it doesn't have to do with money, though. So,
All right.
I think
At
we
this
need to find
point,
Lamont.
everybody else stop. Harlan, you're still talking.
Yes.
You're saying, I think we need to find Lamont.
Mhm.
And then you look around the room. Motes of dust that dance in the room, you notice are slowing. They still. Your friends are talking and moving, and they just stop.
There's some
And
food
yet-
hanging midair.
Yeah, there's food falling off the platter, you know, and yeah, it's a mess, but it stops completely. There's a hum in the air that you didn't notice before, but you do now because everything else is silent.
I suppose I'll turn and look for this hum.
It's everywhere. You turn your head and it's always just behind you.
What is going on now?
You sense magic. A great weight of magic descending from all around you.
Like a gathering?
No.
No.
It seems like there's just if you were to think about it,
Uh-huh.
it feels like someone is doing a grand ritual in just the next room. But all around you.
All right. How can I? What do I do here? Have I felt anything like this before?
No, never.
No.
Wait. Remind me.
Well,
Did you touch the black orb?
I think Harlan
Yep.
did. As I recall. Yeah.
Then you do
Hmm.
recognize this magic.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
The evil orb of evil magic.
Evil orb of evil magic. Okay. I want to we'll go up and try to touch Igor.
Okay.
Uh,
As you go to touch Igor, it's just like he's a statue. He doesn't move. He's stationary, almost static.
Well, this is not good. I want to look up at the tower where my ship was.
You turn to look towards your ship,
Mhm.
and you notice a shadow forming. It starts coalescing. And you recognize the figure standing before you. You've seen this figure before, several times, often in your dream. It's the High Priest of Avum from long on into the future. You recognize him because he is you.
Mhm.
He's wearing the same High Priest robes of the Clockwork Council. It's covered in different writing now. It's almost like runes and scripts written all through it. You recognize that as well. It is the runes and scripts of the Golden Disc that was at the Grand Auction in Stolen just several days ago.
Mhm.
He looks older than the last time you saw him. He starts coalescing and becoming almost real. Not so much transparent, but there's still a fuzziness to him. He looks withered. He looks tired. And more than anything, as he looks over Wendell and Igor and Hal, he looks sad. And then you hear your voice say, do not mistrust your eyes, Harlan. Use your senses. I am who you think I am.
Well, it appears I've developed a flair for the dramatic.
Well, it's not so dramatic when it's the only way you can get the job done. We believe in expediency and timers.
Yes, you have just in time.
We don't have much time.
Well, why have you contacted me?
I've come to you now, right now, in the breath before the plunge. You've lost. Your group has, well, you never stood a chance. We never stood a chance. The machine that the Clockwork Council was looking for was found, and just a few moments ago was activated. Avum is coming, and I have harnessed some of his power in order to try and speak with you and give you the gift of time to fix what I couldn't. I've pulled you out of time so that we may speak, but when that's done, it will be up to you and your friends to do what must be done.
All right. When and where?
Well, and you see him kind of like, he's trying to talk to you, but he keeps his attention keeps going towards Wendell and Howell and Igor, and then to the chair that Lamont would normally sit in. And he seems to be distracted slightly. Well, that's a question that we can get to. How is everyone?
A bit lost right now.
Oh, that's right. Howlett announced she wanted to leave. You know, she did. She left with Nezrin and had a very nice life for the time she had left. But hiding from Avum was not the way to survive.
What steps can I take to prevent this?
Well, my plan, if you agree to it. Well, our plan, if you will. It's weird speaking. I tried to speak to you several times in your dreams to give you the knowledge you needed so that this was not necessary, but you ran from me, and I understand. It's quite shocking to see us in the robes of the thing you were fighting.
I still do not understand.
What?
Why are you wearing those robes?
Well, you ingratiated yourself in with the council. The deals you did, the plans you made, you haven't had your date with Kaliana. Those steps allowed you, with your knowledge of time, to take over. You thought that by working from inside, you could best defeat the creature. But you started too late, and we ended up a high priest working to try and find a way to make up for what we lost. He looks over at Wendell. Do you know? Did you see Wendell writing a little while ago while you all were talking?
Wendell has a habit of doing that.
That was his acceptance letter to the Council of Tal'Dorei.
Oh, yes. He is very excited about that.
Yes. He did well for a while. It disappeared when Avram let loose upon Exandria some months in the future. I never found out what happened to Wendell. I believe he was called to the side of his patron. But that was after Igor was lost.
And what of Howl and what of Lamont?
You see him kind of wince at Lamont's name.
Oh.
But with Howl, Howl escaped for a while with her family.
Oh, yeah.
But the connections that she made with the Clockwork Council at the time with her and Nezrin in Port Damali made her a target. Avram and the Council spared no expense in tracking them down and putting them down. It was before you could do anything to try and help. Lamont. Lamont is one that hurts the most. I regret surviving all of our friends. But that's part of the reason that I am here now. You stand a chance to save them all. But we're here now because you need to save Lamont first before the plan can go into effect. Lamont is in an alleyway just a mile to the north. Or was it west? He was heading somewhere when he left. I think he was going... I think his body was found on the way to the Great Auction House. The Myriad jumped him and damaged him more than he was when he left. Of all the friends I lost, his fall haunts me the most. You know, he's told you a bit, but it began over a year ago. But today is the plunge. Today is the turning that Lamont loses. He loses himself, the thing that's within him. It's not evil, it's not good. Not much is one or the other, but It is a thing of instinct and power that wants to react. It wants to fight. It wants to make up for something it lost. Channeled properly, he could be great. But the thing that rises when he awakens tomorrow is a thing of anger with no logic to guide it, only slaughter and pain.
All right.
I found what was left of him in a cage some years ago. It wasn't Lamont any longer.
Well, we start with preventing that from happening. And he'll look up towards the spot of his missing ship and he'll say, "Do you know anything about that?"
I had nothing to do with it, me. But you, on the other hand, if you follow my instructions, probably took it yourself.
Of course I did. Didn't even leave myself a note. Just great.
Well, no, I know that the next time that you activate your ship, it works the right way. The changes you've been thinking of, the tinkering you've done already, the plans you've been working on, you're correct. We're correct. We've done it. It will work. But what you will do, and this is all I can do for you now, is I give you an hour. An hour as Avum grabs power. The world has stopped. No one is moving. Only you and I at this time. Me from where I am in the future. And you where you are. The moment the machine has been activated.
Okay. Well, shit.
What you'll need to do, Harlan, my friend, me, my friend. We are friends, aren't we? I mean, is that possible? Or... Nah, let's not create too many paradoxes already.
We are we.
We are Legion. No, we're not good with people, and we're not good with ourselves either. So we should work on that. No, all right.
I am trying.
You need to find Quillanthri.
Quillanthri.
It is a town in the past, right after the breaking, after the Age of Arcanum, all the things that fell apart. There was 50 years where everyone struggled to recover. You'll take your ship, and first you'll go to Amon. Just about a little over a year ago, there was a gnome who visited the Greyskull Shadow Inn. He had a book, a log book, a travel book, looking for Quillanthri. This is where a high priest went to work on the machine that they found. This book is worth 500,000 gold. Funny thing, the book is the very reason why Mr. and Mrs. Wasserman were trying to get the money from the dragon. That money was meant to buy the book. The book that the Cartophile has was meant to get to Quillanthri. Now, you can get the book, but the information has already gone forward. You must go back to when this place was built, when this place was active, and you must track down the creator, you must track down the machine, and you must destroy it. And that is the only way to stop Avum.
What? Yeah, he'll, he nods and says, all right. Is there any other information that could possibly help me do this task?
The town is dangerous. The trek, many died to look for this information, to find this lost laboratory, the machine that was created. You will have to deal with this high priest, the last of the original priests of Avon. He's quite mad, quite intelligent, and you're equal in many things. I see your brows furrowed. What's bothering you? I know. I know because we are the same. You're wondering, how does a god of time not know what I'm doing? See, I told you we think alike. It's an interesting question, part of the reason I tried to speak to you in our dreams first, before I ever tried to come here. Avum is still locked away right now. Mm-hmm. Their senses are dulled and distorted by the cage in which they're kept. Also, when you and I are done speaking, not too long now, my time, my choices will have changed. And this future will be new. My future will wither and die. And hopefully, with the choices that you and our friends make, Avum will be stuck in his cage for all time. He is powerful, but even gods have limits.
All right. And we will find those. And,
is there anything else you need to know? Anything else I can tell you?
Well, anybody think of a question I can't think of? Oh, man.
Where's Sarah Connor?
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I was talking.
I think that's Howl. I just, you know.
Oh yeah, here's one. How can I convince Howl to go along with this?
I may be quite old and intelligent, but all I can tell you in this case is knock her unconscious, or pray that Wendell can think of something persuasive enough to say. You and I don't have the people skills for that sort of conversation. I understand. I'm sorry. It's the one thing I can't do for you. I've done everything else.
This plan has failed every time because we haven't gotten Howl on board.
This is the 19th time I've talked to you at this moment.
All right. Well, I think I know what to do then.
Excellent. Then I will allow the others to wake into this distortion with you as I fade from existence.
Whoa, wait a minute. I'm kidding. I was going to say, wait a minute. Come into this distortion.
I trade myself for group. Hurry. Go to Amon after you save Lamont. You have an hour. It's all I can give. Consider it the last gift for my friends. I miss you all more than I ever showed when I had the time. And he begins to start to fade. Goes back to that shadowy kind of ripple. Still definitely you, definitely recognizable. And that's when everyone else starts to wake up. You've not noticed anything go wrong. Although Harlan's in a different place now, instantly. Mm-hmm. And there is a shadow Harlan, very old, withered, and tired looking Harlan, fading from existence. He smiles, kind of an unnatural smile for Harlan, who doesn't smile very often. This is a true warm smile as he makes eye contact with each and every one of you. He waves weakly and then fades.
Weakly wave back and they go, Harlan, was that your evil twin?
What the fuck?
Clone?
We have to go. And we'll throw out the flying carpet.
What?
Where are we? What's going on?
We're in the same place, Igor.
Yeah, you all notice.
It seems dark.
It's very quiet.
Timey.
There's a hum in the air. There's like no wind. There's no natural movement. Like you can see where like the wind was blowing curtains and they've stopped. You look out the window and you see a bird flying by and it's sitting stationary.
I think
Harlan?
that bird's broken.
What the fuck did I tell you about time shit?
I
said no.
Look, I can't tell you it wasn't me, but it wasn't me now.
Was it future you? Is
That
that why
doesn't
you
make any
look so
sense.
old?
What the fuck?
Look, we don't have time for this.
We need to
Please.
get you on a skincare regimen, and
What
I
do you mean
climb
you
on
don't
the
have time for
carpet.
this? You literally stopped it.
At this point, can Igor be walking over to one of the windows and he sees the curtain and it's like stuck fluttering and he's like poking it and trying to move it?
Try and move it, you can't move it.
Window. This
Igor,
curtain
get
is
on the
also
carpet.
broken.
Time's
What-
broken. It's
what the-
fine.
the-
Future Harlan did it, not present
What-
Harlan, and so I'm going to trust present Harlan and go along with things because future Harlan looked a little. Did you see that smile? Looked a little suspicious. So perhaps we should stick with current Harlan.
It was a warm and loving smile, not a
Which
suspicious
is why
smile.
it was so suspicious coming from Harlan.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Marshall, I have no clue what's going on, but if you say to cut on the carpet,
Get on
I'm
the
coming on
carpet, Igor.
All right, Igor will snatch up the food plate. He's
What
gonna
are
spill
we
some of it on
doing,
the way over.
Harlan?
Lamont's in trouble.
See, Lamont's in trouble. How would you care to save Lamont?
Not really.
You still have a month inside of group. Could you please come along and save Lamont?
Harlan just side eyes you. Come on now.
Please. I'll even
Do
let
any
you
more-
dangle him over the
Yeah.
edge of the carpet again.
I might be tempted. Harlan, you do any more time shit and we're fucking done. And she'll climb on the carpet.
To be fair, that was future Harlan.
No.
Present Harlan, it's not.
Harlan in general. All past, present, future versions.
What if you
No.
find out future you did time travel?
I'd be super fucking pissed because that's not me. Because I said no.
I will not do any time shit that is unnecessary.
No, that's not okay. Anytime shit, period.
We will discuss it at a later time.
On the way to, perhaps after we save
Discussing anything.
Lamont.
I said no.
Let's talk about it after we save Lamont. Yes.
Do we have to?
You still have a month in group. Hal. please.
Hal,
Yeah.
you
on
also
the carpet.
touched the evil orb of evil.
I did.
Which I never called it that, but since it's been
It's-
designated that, it must stay that way now.
Look,
It was just
if
the
it had
black orb.
no,
Yeah.
but the EOOE is way more accurate. Evil orb of evil.
Yes. How you're beginning to notice after you've gotten over the burning and seething hatred of all things time related, that isn't considered to be linear in the way it's supposed to be in your book.
Straight line. That's it.
You start feeling the
She's
same
totally a
energy you
timekeeper. It's
felt
fine.
touched the orb. When you were in the orb that one time,
Ew.
you feel it everywhere.
If I remember correctly, like Hal didn't have a bad time.
No, you
in
didn't.
the evil orb of evil. She was just chilling, talking to this thing.
Yeah,
But
you were
haven't
offered
been
a job,
thrilled with
basically.
Avum's followers, and Bahamut
Yeah,
doesn't like
that's true.
it, so, you know.
That's true.
We
That's
don't like
true.
it.
Bahamut's ashamed.
Bitch. Yeah.
Wow.
She's not happy with Bahamut.
Right.
She's already
I
climbing
have
on the
someone
carpet,
better
but
you
she's
can
not
sign up
happy.
with.
But you feel that
Hmm.
EOOE energy building
Yeah.
everywhere.
Okay. Is it like a slow pressure, like a hurricane on the way kind of pressure?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Slow
one of like
build up.
your fur is starting to stand on end. Your fight or flight ref is telling you to run. Like
Okay.
that's your instinct. Something is about to happen.
Okay. All right. Well, she's climbing on the carpet already, so
Okay.
she's
Well,
not happy about it.
I seemed a bit confused, but I think we should look towards the west here.
Right.
It was near the convention building. What was that building called?
The auction house.
auction house. Yes.
The grand auction house. So
Grand
you take off into the sky. You end up knocking birds off. Like you bump into them and they kind of push a little off to the side as you're going through because they're still flying. And you imagine they're going to have a
Is
really
this how
bad
Lamont
time.
lost his arm? And we just, she just bumped into
Just-
things.
Just bumped into things. So you make your way quickly. It takes almost no time. And from above, you see on the ground, you see what looks like the end of a fight. There are 5 people horribly mutilated on the ground. You see one man leaning up against a wall, and he's bleeding. Like you could tell his gut's been ripped open. And then you see Lamont on the ground himself, daggers out, blood on everything, covered in it. But you see this one man, this one smiling, just kind of like Bilby. He just swarmy kind of guy. And he's just got a dagger right in the chest of Lamont
Ooh.
on the ground, like right in his heart. And you know it was a kill shot.
Are we still in the air?
Yes, you're still in the air.
Is time still frozen?
Time is still frozen.
Great.
But-
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
just
yeah,
gonna tell you one
basically
other-
jump through.
Just tell you one other thing. As you're getting closer, Harlan, you feel the effects of the thing that you did, your future you did, start to interact. And you see the fight scene as you get closer rewind.
Oh.
You see the dagger come out of Harlan's chest. I mean, Lamont's chest, not Harlan. Harlan is fine. Lamont is the one with the dagger in his chest. And you see him gash. You see that strike that took him out just stop. You see him like pull his dagger back from the man against the wall where he had just gutted him across the chest. And then you see Lamont expertly dismantle 5 guys who had him surrounded. And then you see Lamont standing in the centers now. It's all wound up. You see him standing in the center. You see those guys meld into the shadows. You see Lamont stepping back, and then it slows a bit.
Mhm.
And it's almost like you need to do something at this point because he's still in the loop and it's backing up.
All right.
This is what I mean. This is why we don't fuck with time shit. That was weird as fuck. What the hell? I'm not okay with this. And then she's gonna just drop from the carpet. Just kind of, she. Can I do like a superhero landing? Like just right in front of Lamont? Like.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Yes, you land right in front of Lamont, but he's backing up. He's strolling, and he's just walking backwards. He's moonwalking.
Are you facing
Okay.
Lamont or facing the people that are about to come out
My-
of Lamont?
My back to Lamont, so I'm facing the people who are about to come at him.
They're not going to expect that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you land near. Do you touch him?
No.
He just keeps backing up.
No, that's horrible for the knees.
It's so
Fly
terrible. She's lucky she can do that. When you get to my age, it's a little bit more difficult.
Did you flick your hair back too? Did you go complete Black
Yeah,
Widow on us?
like she like kneels like, and then she like just kind of.
Yes. Yes. All right, Lamont passes you as he's backing up, just moonwalking away.
So like I land in front of Lamont, and I imagine that like, let's say just like the heel of her foot touches like his toes, like just like a brush kind of thing.
The moment you touch Lamont, he breaks out. Lamont, you wake up, and you were heading forward, and suddenly Hal is standing in front of you, and the world has stopped completely.
Hello, Lamont.
Yeah.
From above.
Yeah, from above in the air.
Yeah, we're
Hello.
Why the fuck are you always getting in trouble? Like, it's getting exhausting.
Well, you guys got here fast.
Yeah.
We saw you dead.
I'm gonna pull out one of
You
my
did get stabbed
daggers.
through the heart, but we've come to stop that.
Can I see the people?
No, they've blended into the shadows and disappeared. And they're actually moving backwards,
Okay.
like
Can I-
everyone else. Because as soon as you touch Lamont, everything continues to move backwards. It's moving a little bit faster than normal time,
Okay.
beginning to speed up.
Rewind on 1.25 speed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, we need to get on the carpet.
Why?
Probably be good.
We just fucking got here.
We have to get to the ship.
Well, it seems that when you broke Lamont out, when you touched him, he broke out of this time thing, and the more things we touch, the more we fuck with time, Powell. So perhaps
we have to touch the whole fucking world?
Well,
What?
perhaps we don't touch it, and then perhaps we just observe and see what happens to when, future Harlan does this time pucker. Maybe future Harlan took the time ship, and we have to get to the time ship before he does it and fucks with all this time.
Oh,
I'll wait here, because I'm not fucking with no time ship.
Well, don't touch
No.
anything. Come on the carpet where we've already touched things.
Hell no.
Hey guys,
Yes, Lamont?
what the hell are you talking about?
Oh, the ghost of Harlan Future.
See, this
Future
is what
Harlan
happens when you
came.
go off by yourself, is you don't learn stuff.
And
We have-
said you were in trouble, and then we found you with a dagger in your chest, and then you rewound, and it got unimpaled, and
No,
Here
you're
we
good.
are.
I was about to fight some guys, I think. There's some guys coming.
you didn't
We're
do
gonna
very
talk.
well. You
Yeah,
died.
you died.
How do you know?
Because
We
we
saw it.
I just gestured at time moving backwards.
Unless you learned how to grow a dagger out of your chest as a magic trick. Pretty sure there was something in your chest.
yeah. We can have more of this conversation on the ship. Can you please get on the carpet? There's little time left.
Sure. Yeah, I like
I
carpets.
think by not interfering with places we're not supposed to be, perhaps we won't fuck with more time, Owl.
It's
So
fine,
I
I'll
can't
just
walk
stand
around
right here
and-
then.
But then you fight the people instead of Lamont, and then that could mess with time.
Yeah, unpause time. I want to fight these guys with Howl. This is gonna be fun.
No, you don't understand. We can't do that.
Unpause it, and then we'll have a fight, and then you rewind it. Because
This
I won't
thing-
die this time. Howl's here.
Look, present Harlan doesn't control time like that. That's a future Harlan thing.
This isn't supposed to happen.
All right.
Right.
So, all right. Bring the
Yeah,
carpet
you're
down
right.
here.
It's not. You fucked with time, so this is your problem,
Alright.
so you go
Oh,
to
boy.
your ship.
No,
but-
this fight was never supposed to take place.
None of this was supposed to happen. I told you, I'm not fucking with no time shit. I'm staying right here.
I telepathically say, Harlan, what do you know?
You see, this is
Uh-huh.
you know of Avon, right?
Yes, the evil orb of evil, Avram, the one who waits, etc., etc. Bad
Yes.
vibes.
The apocalypse happened.
Oh, dear.
Yes. And
Oh,
now
bye. It did not.
it didn't happen yet, kind of.
Oh.
But it's going to happen unless you come with
How
me.
soon?
Including you, Hal, please. I beg of you.
I don't think you're understanding the word no.
Looks like she's not gonna go, my man.
Harlan, question: how far away is this apocalypse? Like, when do we all die? Since you apparently know something so
Ooh,
much.
that's a good question.
It's hard to determine that.
Uh-huh. Approximately. You know, if you talked with future you, and he said, oh, they all died, or maybe they didn't, maybe we're actually alright in the future. Post-apocalyptic future.
Well, let's see. You die here. And let's see. Where did I get Igor?
Igor disappeared.
In a couple months.
Actually, you never asked. He never said.
So
you don't
he
know.
did say, we lost Igor.
After we lost Igor, but that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
We know how
only
else a
know
couple
Wendell
months,
and
couple
Hal.
months. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell them of their potential future that is not going to happen anymore.
Interesting. So, Hal, if you could theoretically not die with Nezrin and your family in a couple months' time and live a very long life with them, would you do that?
I don't fuck with theoreticals.
You
This
don't
is
have to fuck with them. To have okay, so not theoretically. Do you want to die in a few months with Hal, with your fiance and your family, or do you want to try to save them?
Listen, I've been ready to die for a long time.
But
if
is
that's my
Nezrin
time,
and your
that's
children?
my time. Same thing. I'll be very sad if I die and they die. But if it's our time because that is the natural flow of time.
But Avon's messing with the natural flow
What is
of
with
time.
you people? What is with you people? First Lamont, and now you fucking Harlan messing with the natural fabric of the fucking universe? No, I won't be a part of this.
But the natural fabric's already being fucked with.
Yeah, so
Fine.
go fix it. I'm not fucking with it.
You don't want to fix it with us.
No, because this is unnatural and I won't have any part of it.
So you don't want to fix what's unnatural to bring it back to natural.
Did I break it? No. Who broke it?
Your presence is
Ava.
necessary.
Points up to Harlan.
Ava
Points up
broke
to
Did I
Harlan.
break it? I
No,
broke
No,
it.
Harlan
Right?
broke it.
The evil
In
orb of
future
evil
Harlan.
broke it, is what it sounds. Yes, the evil orb of evil. Avon broke it.
Oh,
I'm not trying to break anything. I'm trying
broke
to,
it. You bought it.
and it can be repaired, but your presence is required.
Yeah, it's like an invitation. You know.
Yeah, and I'm
Presence
saying
is
no.
required.
I don't think you understand that I am serious. I will not fuck with any time shit.
I
Maybe
understand.
Nezrin will come with us. Maybe Nezrin wants to fix the.
Yes.
Hell,
the future.
she's in her Zoom thing right now.
I.
Well, we
I
can go
apologize.
touch her and break her out of it, and maybe she'll come with us instead.
Yeah, have fun.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oops.
That's a wisdom saving throw from Hal.
I was looking at what I have. I don't have any charm
Harlan just
spells.
put you in a time prison.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He's trying.
What am I doing? Oh god, my wisdom's
Wisdom
so
saving
bad.
throw, yes. Against a DC 15.
That's a 6.
She stops.
Right.
It's basically just like everyone else. It's not like a whole person in this situation. It's actually, and it's elevated in this particular moment because of the type of
time fuckery.
yes. And so Hal just stops.
All right. Well, nobody touch her, because that's what broke. I think I have a rope. We can just like lasso her and carry her behind the carpet.
we should be able to pick her up. She's.
Is she dead?
No,
Monster.
she's frozen in time. Maybe she.
Did
This
you-
is a result of her saying no time fuckery.
Frozen in time.
I.
Did you say to touch her or to not touch her?
It should be fine. But here, I'll go. Help me and try to
I'm not
pick
Help
up.
you what? Touch her or not touch her?
Igor, help Harlan with
I was
Hal?
just gonna say,
Oh
Monster, you
God,
want
we're
me to get it?
kidnapping her, aren't we?
Just
Igor
let the
will-
rope down. What? Should I affix it about her waist? What are we doing? Are we doing a skyhook
We're
here?
just going to place her gently on the carpet, maybe.
I assume we've already floated down to the.
Yeah.
As everyone is doing this,
Uh-huh.
let's go to Hal for a second. Hal,
Uh-oh.
you are stopped,
Mhm.
Wendell's
but your
face is
mind,
like, oh no.
your mind is still active. You don't really see what's happening on around you because your time has stopped, but you are still there.
I have a question. Did I
Yes.
feel the magic come over me?
It was hard to differentiate for the magic permeating everywhere. You can
Okay.
give me an Arcana roll and see if you can tell it was Harlan versus anyone else.
Arcana is a -1.
Hey, you could roll well. It's
But
not
that's a 19. So
That's a
18.
18.
Yes,
Oh,
you
no.
could tell this was specifically now Harlan,
Mm.
Oh no.
not
Mhm.
not future Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you
Okay.
find yourself kind of conscious, but not in the moment.
Yep.
Tell my past self to get gifts or something.
You
Okay.
feel another presence. And you know this one. And you're not happy with this one. You find yourself looking up at a grand celestial gate. It just appears kind of in front of you, or it's always been there and you've not noticed. You know that this is where all the gods have gone behind because their interactions on the world causes the kind of thing that you're dealing with right now. And that's why they left. And they thought they had taken care of Avum. And you feel your god kind of reach out in the limited capacity that he has from his space.
Does he say anything?
Hasn't yet.
Okay, I think Hal is very fucking angry right now
Mm-hmm.
because not only did they totally disregard her opinion, but they took away her choice.
Mm-hmm.
She's fucking pissed. So I think she just stares down this fucking gate and she was like, "Now fuck you." And she just yells that at Bahamut.
You just feel the displeasure of your attitude towards your god.
It's like, and she's mad. So she's like, "I don't give a fuck if you're a god. I don't give a fuck if you're a dragon. Fuck you. This is your fucking problem. You and your fucking gods and all this shit up there behind your fucking gate, hidden behind all this celestial shit. You caused this. This is your problem. So fucking fix it."
Thank you for saying those words. Yes, you hear this booming voice that comes from all around you and inside you. It is our problem. We started it and did not finish it. And so it comes to me now to solve it. And you, as the instrument of my, to use your words, fucking will be my way of fixing it. I heard you say, in that time between times where Avum is taking over the world, that this was an unnatural thing and it was your friend's fault. It's not. Avum is causing this, and Avum is not natural. It's for this reason we tried to lock him away and we failed, obviously. You are fated to live a long and prosperous life. But if Avum exits his cage, you die in fire well before your time. I've glimpsed that future as Avum taunts us. The manner in which you've lived this last year still burns well into the future as an example for all who stand against the new God. But I will not be like your friends. I will not take your choice. I will give it to you plainly. Do this for me, for us, and I will ask nothing of you ever again. Choose not to. I would leave you to your fate as you wish, without my guidance, without my power, knowing that you will die watching everyone that you love burn before you.
I think Howl is just kind of fuming at this moment,
Mhm.
and like her frozen inner mind space, and she is livid, and she is literally ready to fight God. Like, like she's
Muhammad,
fucking
can you
pissed.
Just put up some dukes just for a minute, just to let me get it
Right?
out.
Ugh. Let me
You're
fight
lucky
the
I
avatar
can't come
of
from
Bahamut
behind this
real
door.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just fight an avatar of Bahamut right quick.
Hal just goes up to the gates and is like, let me
Let me
in.
Let me in so I can fucking punch you. And I think like it takes her, because time is kind of weird right now. I think it literally takes her like an eternity to come to her decision.
Mhm.
And
You have that time.
yeah, and she kind of like takes a breath, like as she can, frozen or whatever, I don't know, mentally.
You feel like you're breathing.
Yeah, and she's like, I'll clean up your fucking mess, but when I'm done with this, my oath is broken.
Agreed.
All right.
And you kind of fade, your consciousness still in this timeless place.
Yeah.
I imagine when she's talking about breathing, I imagine Morpheus standing there. You think that's air you're breathing in? That's the first thing I thought of. Matrix, sorry. Back into time-stuck Port Damali. You've now wrangled the frozen Howl onto
Wendell's
the
biting
air.
his nails. He hasn't bit his nails in years, but he's like, I don't like this.
You know, and it's strange. You know that she can't move, but it looks like she's even angrier than when
Oh,
she started.
I entirely believe it.
We need to get going.
All right. Yes, I'm going to sit as far away on the carpet away from Howl as I can. He's like scoots over another like 2 feet, and that's it. Just-
I imagine because time is like wibbly wobbly right now, like the whole person will last until like whenever you decide to end it. Like, I'm okay with you totally manhandling Hal into the
past.
path.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a total A team. They're BA Baracusing you right now. They knocked you out to get you on the plane.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. We'll see.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
if
it's
I'll
up.
make it
It's up to
through.
you, Harlan,
Uh,
when she's released.
yeah. Well, what?
And you're surprised because you imagine she'd be released by now, but the spell is still going, and your concentration has dropped.
Going to just put him just don't know if this is going to work or what's going to happen, but I'm going to message Reagan from my book, and it's just going to say, "Dearest Reagan, there's about to be some weird time shit going on. Probably won't be able to reach us for a while. Best of luck."
There is no reply.
I imagine not. It might, maybe when, if time unfreezes itself, he'll get this memo. If not, just, batten the hatches. P.S., just prepare for the worst. That's it. Just giving...
Hide in the
Reagan-
cellar. It's all over.
Prepare for the worst.
I
I imagine there's a contingency plan that's literally called Prepare for the Worst, just on a corkboard somewhere in the back.
Harlan looks over at Wendell and says, "I doubt Reagan's going to get that message."
Oh, probably not, but I figured it'd be nice for him to have it if it does, that way he at least knows not to wait up for us.
Harlan's gonna head straight towards the tower.
Okay. You fly towards the tower, and as you're heading there, your ship is not there when you start that direction. But as you move in that
Backs up.
direction, time is backing up, and you see it ripple you see that tear that you think you've never really seen it from the outside when your ship jumped that one time, but there is like almost a tear and a ripple and a distortion, and then the ship is there.
Go fly right up to the gangplank.
Mm-hmm. And you see the guy that was talking to you standing there with two other guards on the level where your ship was at, all looking at the ship like they're supposed to. They were on guard. They were doing their job. They just didn't expect you to take it.
I give them a thumbs up that they'll never see. And I land the carpet right outside the ship. And I'll go in and say, I have to make some preparations.
Anything you want us to do
Now you see-
or not do?
You touched other things and they didn't move, but your friends you've touched and they started moving. When you touched your airship, it broke free of the distortion itself, and it's sitting there, moving with, like you'd expect it to move in reaction to your movements.
So, house about to be free.
Right. Cool.
If she wants revenge, just tell her I'm on the airship.
Got it.
Right.
Okay, so you drop the hold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, basically, as you see the last bit of my cloak in the door.
As Harlan's last cloak flip, how you wake up. You don't know how long you were out, but you remember everything that you had in that space.
Yeah.
I imagine Lamont's standing over you right now, or at least...
Bundle's standing like a good 35 feet back.
Am I on the ship or am I on like the
On
gangplank?
the docks, I think.
You're in the Sky Spire,
Okay.
on the landing that connects to Harlan's ship.
Okay.
Basically, I put you right in front of the ship.
Harlan
not see
says
Harlan.
if you want revenge, he's on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's it going?
And she just very it's that terrifying
The quiet
silent
howl.
rage.
Yeah. Quiet
Yeah.
howl is scariest howl. And Wendell's
Yeah.
immediately caroused. But even more scared.
She's go mm-hmm. And she walks onto the ship.
Oh god, she's going to
She's
kill
go-
Harlan.
She's gonna go stand at I don't know what it's called, the very front.
The
like where-
prow.
Bow.
The bow.
The
yeah.
bow. She stands at the bow of the ship and just crosses her arm and she fucking stews.
Oh god, she's going to go back in time and make sure he can never be born. That's the level of revenge he wants. Well,
You all do notice that that permeating vibration
Ugh.
has steadily gotten louder and stronger as you've gone back.
well, patron, I think to myself as I step aboard the ship, well, benefactor, I'm going back in time to try to unfuck some time.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Let's see if you can communicate with your
Ooh,
patron.
sounds good. We'll use the black dice because it's dire circumstances. Although that is the one that gave me the nat 1 earlier, so we'll see. Oh, wisdom saving throw 22.
Oh, you feel that presence you're used to, except it's distorted a little bit, and you feel a bit of consternation from your patrons, like, I'm not sure what's going on, but your message was strange, and it's a
evil-
little
Orb of
slow.
Evil 1, and Abrams released The Apocalypse happens in a couple of months' time, so future Harlan came and told present Harlan, and we're going to go unfuck time so that none of that happens, and...
So you were right. They were just employing you to keep you out of the way.
I suppose they were just closer than we thought, I guess.
Disappointing. Did you know how they did it?
Not entirely. Something involving, probably those keys. Probably collected those keys, unlocked Avon, freed him from his prison.
Keep your eyes open. if it seems like the items might be useful, perhaps you and I can talk.
Right. I will message you in the past, I guess.
Oh, it's all the same to me.
Right. Interesting. Cool. Talk to you then, I guess.
Be safe. I have need of you.
You'll do. Oh, those pamphlets.
The presents slide away.
Ugh. But it feels really weird because all the time distortion is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Everything is a little
extra
strange.
long.
Right?
It's just
yeah,
like,
it's-
ugh. Oh,
You never knew it was that tactile. Like
yeah.
you never noticed it
Oh.
before, and it just like feels like something's being removed.
Like a
from
wet
you.
noodle out of your ear. Just.
Oh, ooh. Yes, that's it. That's it exactly.
Yep. Cool.
Does everyone else get on the ship?
Lamont,
Lamont,
Yep.
you coming?
Lamont, I need you.
Harlan needs you.
I've got to go. Harlan needs me.
Right. And I sit in the back of the
Oh.
ship to give Howl her stewing space. Igor,
As
tight, and I just
Yeah.
get in a
Is
secure
it-
position.
Master, should I get something for how she looks pissed?
And I wouldn't approach Howl if you value your life at the moment.
Very, very well.
Then give her some space to breathe, stew, brood, plot all of our deaths. It's fine. At least I don't sleep.
She's already got so much room to breathe, though.
Just the more room, the better. She needs it all to fuel her rage breathing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. We go to the back of the ship.
All right, Harlan. What do you
bud.
do?
Well, first things first is when Lamont approaches the room. Can I see your backpack?
Huh?
Your backpack.
Backpack? You
Yes.
mean my rucksack?
Yes. That thing. The thing you wear on
What do
you
you do with it?
that holds items.
It's got my fine washables in it. I don't understand
Yes.
people. My rucksack. What do you want? What do you want to do with it? You gonna
It
put it in the
also-
time machine?
It also has the key to the time machine.
Bro, I mean, I got a lot of weird shit in here, but I don't have a key to your time machine. Hold on, and I sling it. I was like, you go for it. You have a blast. So I lost that fight back there.
Yes.
Come
You-
on.
You would. It was.
Kind of looked like I was going to maybe, but I hadn't pivoted, and I'm sure it might have looked that way.
In just moments, you would be dead.
Okay, all right,
But
cool.
now that has changed.
Well,
Thank
yeah, I wouldn't have gotten in the damn fight if I'd known that I had the key to the time machine in my backpack. I'm sorry, my rucksack, the whole time.
To inform you of that might have caused complication.
All right, yeah, I know. Okay, singularity and time stuff. I get it. That's fine. That's cool. I'm cool, but Howls might murder you in your sleep. He's fucking standing on the bow of the ship right now, looking mad as fuck.
She
I would,
doesn't seem very happy with me.
yeah.
But perhaps in time she'll understand as he places the flux capacitor back into place. Well, let's see. Okay. See, I'm really bad at taking notes, right? So I know we need to go to Amon. We need to find a place.
A gnome at the Grayskull Shadow Inn a year ago who had a book.
A year. That's the time. Yes, a year back. Okay.
And he called him the Cardophile.
The Cardophile. And I need to find a city called Conlog.
Philanthropy.
I'm sure it'll be in the book that he has.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Now you're talking to yourself there, buddy. You gotta rewind there. You gotta walk me through this. What are we doing? You gotta find a what now? A Kalamata olive? What's going on?
Yes.
No, that's not what you said. I'm making shit up. What are you actually? You got to bring me up to speed here, pal. You got a little checklist going. Help me out. Two
We
people
have to-
can, huh?
You have to go back
Right.
here to Amon. We need to find a gnome.
Okay, a gnome. Okay, they got gnomes there. Keep going.
The gnome should tell us where we can find the city.
City,
Is that the different?
because the gnome is looking for a city. No, we're looking for a city, and the gnome knows where the city is.
Yes, and the city contains the
Laboratory.
machine that we need to destroy.
The laboratory with the high priest who makes the machine so you can find it to destroy it.
Yes, there we go. All right.
Laboratory with the high priest.
This
Put
is
the
why
blunt
we
down.
They
have
to destroy.
VODs. These are very helpful things. to go rewatch and take notes.
So ultimately, this is about destroying a machine. What's the machine?
The machine is what is used to ultimately bring back Avum and the destruction of the world as we know it.
Oh, that machine. That's the machine they were building. And this is a literal machine. This is not like a person who they've given the nickname the machine. This is like an actual piece of technology that we will have to destroy. I'm telling you, you got to know this shit. You're not going to walk in there and confront the machine and he chops you down. I need to know. Is this a box? Do we bring explosives?
I would suggest you bring every contingency you could think of.
Okay, you know criminally few answers to some of these. Okay, but I'm willing to help you, and I believe everything you're saying, even though
I've had a guide, but we have to make our own way.
you had a guide. We have to make our own way. Right? Okay, fine. Well, let's start with the gnome. This is a known gnome. This is a gnome that we know, or we don't know the gnome.
What?
Do we know? Look at me, Harlan. Do we
Yes.
know the gnome, or do we not know the gnome? Do we have
Oh,
to
the
need a new
gnome.
gnome?
The no. Sorry, I thought you said, "Do we know the no?" And I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Gnome.
Gnome. Okay, gnome.
It's a nomenclature.
Yeah,
Oh, ma. About this tall?
we don't know the gnome yet,
Okay.
but we will know the gnome then.
Then, which is soon.
Hopefully, as I'm
Right.
like flicking through
Uh-huh.
pictures and
No,
stuff.
I've got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay. Then we find the gnome. We meet the gnome. That's then. Then we get the gnome. He tells us to go to the city, and we're gonna dodge a high priest, and then we're gonna break a machine, which is great. Okay. I hate machines, so this is gonna be fun.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, did you find the key in my
Yes. It's,
my valise?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. You can take your pack back.
Thank you. So I had that on me the whole time.
Well, ever since I took it away, or removed it from the ship, but I fear that someone else.
All right. You know what? I don't care. I don't give a shit. Just okay. Get the key to time and space.
Mhm.
How else can I help you? What else can I do in the short
Arlen,
term?
you notice the throbbing
Hmm.
of the music. The pressure is gone, and you hear sound again, and you know that it's moving forward again, and your ship needs to leave in the next 15 minutes.
All right. Well, and he'll tell him to get that lever, and that one, and turn that wheel, and then I'm going to make sure that everyone is prepared for a time jump. And I get on the intercom, which I have now.
which is a sending stone connected to several linked sending stones in other areas that allow him to make an intercom.
Yes.
I was just gonna talk about some tubes, and the tubes were gonna carry the noise. Old school intercom.
He's a wizard. He does everything
That's true. That's
overboard.
over
I was
magic.
gonna say we have
Yeah.
the paper cups with the string. Come on.
Well, all right. We're going to do it. I suggest everyone take a deep breath.
Yeah,
That's
Wendell
what-
takes a big deep breath and holds on. Maybe like I think he's tied himself to one of the benches. Perhaps he's like, I don't know if the seatbelts are necessary, but he's got a nice secure spot.
I remember that I don't have to breathe.
You go take a deep breath.
And you see the time mechanism that you've created. It starts gathering energy. It starts shuddering a little bit. It's doing what it did the last time when it worked, kind of, because it didn't do exactly what you wanted it to, but it still did something. And it starts vibrating, and then you hear a click and kind of like a grind, and then it just and it stops.
No, not the Millennium Falcon noise.
Millennium Falcon,
Not
yes.
The Millennium Falcon failed hyperdrive noise.
Is he supposed to do that?
No. Shoot. He goes straight to his notes. What has gone wrong?
And
I
you
pulled the lever and then I turned the wheel. I didn't turn the wheel and then pull the lever, so it wasn't me.
I don't think
Unless
so.
it was.
We must be missing something.
You flip through your notes and you just find that in your rush of the emotion of having Hal probably going to kill you in the future or very soon,
The
you
future
know,
past.
of Lamont asking all these questions while you're trying to set the machine up, you overlooked a couple steps. You imagine if you just kicked it, it might work.
Now that's unlikely. He'll shut his book.
I didn't screw it up.
No, I don't think so. And he'll nonchalantly boot the console.
Like you hit it and you hear a little echo and you hear something slide into place.
Yes. Oh. It should be
There
fine.
you go.
And you get the same build up.
Whoa. No, this time it's like, oh shit.
You feel the build up and then you feel the pressure build and then you start seeing parts of the ship start to fade. Those of you who are not in the command module, especially Howl out on the bow, you start seeing a distortion surround you. You start seeing little flashes of lightning, almost little energy discharges coming from the ship into this distortion and then disappearing. You see a darkness kind of surrounding the ship and then nothing. And it's absolutely silent and there's absolutely no input to your senses.
I would like
Charlie?
to make it clear.
What's that?
I would like to make it clear that I don't go right on top of him on. Just, I don't want to
A
have
few
to pick
miles
up-
out this time.
I imagine you are north of your farm. Because you know you were working at your farm right
don't
now.
want to break all the windows that I'm on too.
Right. So it's a weird sensation. And suddenly you're back. The ship is back. So you're still in this void, but you're all awake and on the ship, right where everything had kind of fuzzed out. And it's slowly getting brighter around you. And then you phase slowly, which is much different than the last time that you did this, Harlan, which might be the reason why you broke every single pane of glass in the city of Port Tamale. You phase slowly into what was the reality of Tal'Dorei a little over a year ago. And it's just a regular day in a field to the southwest of Amman. There you are in your airship.
That was a smoother transport than I expected. He immediately starts taking notes. Good job, Lamont.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. What's up? That was fun. What the hell was that?
It was a smooth travel.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, cool. Okay.
We're back in Amon, I believe. Should be just about a year ago.
We're in Amman a year ago.
Well, outside, I believe above my farm. Let's have a look. I'll walk outside and take a look down.
And you look down and you see the large building. As it was just after you had created this building that you've arrived now, and so you know that the first planks of this very ship are being laid inside, and you can see the old man and the donkey pretending to farm around, and you could tell that he's not doing a very good job of it, but that's what his job was. So.
I suppose we'll just hide the ship in the barn. Best place
Yeah?
to...
You think that's gonna work? Just cram the whole thing in the barn down there?
Well, it was meant to hold the ship. I don't believe the ship's dimensions have changed. If they have, that would be interesting. He goes, starts making notes again.
All right, so you head down to the barn.
Yes.
All right. The old man and the donkey just look over, shake their head, continue doing their job.
Weirdos.
As you sail in towards the barn, you notice that the top of the barn opens up just like you planned, senses that there's an airship in, and you notice that, oh, that's right, you aren't here right now. You had taken a trip to Western to source out some particular wood that you needed for a particular part of this airship. And you see basically at the beginning, the first board of a keel being laid. And you know that when you sit the ship down, it won't affect anything. You'll never be the wiser that you were there.
All right, I will place the ship where it's supposed to be, and I think I'm going to go ask the others where they are right now. Where were you, Lamont, a year ago?
Dead. Pretty sure. I guess that's what caused it all. Yeah, they buried me and everything. So I'm in a box somewhere down there. I mean, maybe not right down there, but down there.
That's good. We probably won't run into you then.
That is good. That is good. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's good for the best. I'm disagreeable, especially, when I'm dead. So, everybody else, is presumably fine. Actually, no, they went on a big trip, so they're not here either. I think I remember them saying that.
Yes, we did have a vacation around this time, as I recall.
Oh, yeah.
That's good for all of us. I don't know what effects we'll have running into our past selves. Well, I suggest we should get to it. We gotta find a gnome now.
Okay, what do we know about the gnome? Is this like a, is he like a flashy dresser, or is he? It's just a gnome. Could be any gnome, and all of them on.
I describe what was explained to me. I did not my notes.
Harlan, are we safe to disembark? Are we?
Oh yes,
Oh,
quite. We should be good here.
Right. So what are we looking for?
A gnome.
A gnome. Where? Who? Why? I know when, maybe. When is this?
It is exactly a year from.
Ah, I know the
Right.
when. We just need to who, what, where.
And I explained that to them.
Wonderful.
Help me
Would you
do
like
that.
me to message Reagan to see if there are any gnomes in the Grayskull Shadows Inn at the
Yes,
moment?
that sounds like a perfect.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's a good idea. I should have had that idea.
Because Reagan has written his name in my book by this point, because I got that a little over a year ago.
While she's doing that,
Mhm.
I want to go to the bow of the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reagan.
We'll get to Reagan in a moment because this is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Hal, are you still at the bow of the ship?
He has not moved and has not reacted to any of this.
Wonderful. Harlan, go ahead.
Howl.
Does not acknowledge him.
He'll just get just about punch distance away from her. I'm sorry about this. I hope that you one day forgive me.
If you value your life, you won't speak to me again.
He slowly backs away.
And then she doesn't move. She doesn't say a word, nothing until the party starts to leave the boat.
I'll go up to go back up to Wendell and say, I think she might need some time.
Oh,
Wait a
yes.
You message Reagan.
Dear Reagan,
Mhm.
how are you today? It's just a test in the waters to see.
Oh, hello. How's Havisham?
Delightful.
The men are coming along. We've just got our first shipment of your most recent wine. It's selling
Wonderful.
like hotcakes. We're making money hand over fist.
That is wonderful to hear.
Can I get a raise?
We'll discuss it.
Oh, good, good.
He's like, I don't want to. Question for you though. Are there any gnomes inside the Grayskull Shadow at the moment? Specifically those
Employees
with
or
books?
guests?
Guests.
Guests. Oh, we've had 2 guests recently. There's that one artificer, friend of yours that comes through every so often.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Yes.
friend with your doctor friend.
Yes.
He's here, but not in the building at the moment.
Mm.
And then there was a new guest. What was his name? He seems to be quite full of himself. Older, white hair, lots of books, lots of maps.
Perfect.
Quite strange. I have his. Let me go check the ledger, and I'll tell you what his name
Please.
is.
Thank you.
Let's see. What is his name? Anaxi Zephyrs.
Naxi Zephyrs.
Yes, he seems to be quite famous in his own right. Has people coming to meet him all the time. He's planning some grand adventure or something. Seems to be some sort of an explorer or something like that.
Ooh,
Has one of those neat little bags you can put a lot of stuff in and then take whatever you need out, and it's still a little tiny bag.
fantastic. And I turn to Harlan and I tell him this. I'm like, should I tell Reagan to give him one of the group's business cards? Maybe we can have a meeting with him.
Of course. I mean, you
Yes.
are the owners. I'm sure he'll be
Well, I
quite
turned
happy.
to Harlan to ask that. Like I relayed that
Oh.
info. And then was like, should I tell Reagan to give him one of the business cards? Yes, right.
Sounds like a good start.
Could you give him one of our group's business cards and say we're very good at adventuring?
Oh,
We always seem to find what we need just in time.
oh, well, of course. I mean, your exploits speak for themselves already. I can. Would you like me to comp his rooms?
Sure.
I mean, you obviously want something from him, right?
Yes.
I can tell when you're normally trying to butter someone up. Look, we'll give him one of your good bottles of wine,
Right.
and then I'll comp his rooms and say, courtesy of the house, they would just like to have a meeting with you.
Sure. Yes.
We'll
And the
schedule
business
that.
card.
You'll be back. I mean, you're in Havisham, so that's what, 3-4 days.
Actually, yes. Well, actually, came across a scroll of teleportation, so I might be there a lot sooner, depending on things.
Oh, that's nifty.
Isn't
Is that
it
something new?
just? Yes.
Oh, wonderful. All right. Hey, I can't wait to see that
One
work.
use item.
I was hoping you could let me. I wanted to go on a vacation.
Well, perhaps once we get those doors installed downstairs.
Oh, yeah, but Port de Mali's so hot.
Not in the winter.
Did they ever have winter on the Menagerie Coast?
It gets like 10 degrees colder. I think it's just...
That's not
Mid-season.
winter.
Basically
70s.
Florida.
It's
Just
mid-70s.
Florida.
It'll be nice when it's snowy in Amon. You know, nice mid-70s. Fort Mali.
I like
No
the snow.
slush. Well,
No, that's true. It just turns to gray muck everywhere.
Yeah, you
and
can
then
time it
gets
with the
mixed
grey
with
muck.
the horse dung, and it's a
Awful.
terrible thing. Turns into like cement. on
takes
the-
Igor to get forever off my boots.
So we should have your rooms freshened up then?
Sure. Sounds great.
I'll get the staff working on that already.
Thank
We'll have
you.
meals ready for you as soon as you arrive in the private dining area.
Please.
I do know that that Mr. Zephyrs is out for the day right now, so
Good to know.
I'll speak with him as soon as I see him.
Thank you. I'll check in around dinner time to see if you...
Wonderful.
Spoken.
I look forward to seeing you. Is Lamont with you?
Yes.
Bring them.
I haven't seen him in a very long time.
He's going through a thing at the moment.
There were rumors.
Yes. I'm aware.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you all.
We look forward to it as well.
Excellent. And you feel the connection drop.
Right. This gnome is out for the day. Reagan's going to comp his rooms, give him a bottle of wine, say we'd like to meet with him. He's looking for people to go on an expedition or something. We can phrase it like that, steal the book and go. Or we'll see if he's actually going to look for said place. We'll wing it. But I'm trying to get a meeting with him.
I think it'd be best that we meet with him. If we must take the book, let's make it a last resort.
Right, maybe we just need the information from said book. I don't know. We'll wing it. But he's there, staying at the Grayskull Shadow. I told him we have a scroll of teleportation. It's a one-use thing, and that's how we're going to be here, not have the 4-week travel time from Havisham. So,
Good
just
thinking.
taking a quick jaunt, you know, to check on things. Yes, our rooms are being prepared. Perhaps we can hole up.
We might want to tell Reagan not to tell us about us.
Well, he can't really contact us. I have to contact him. I'll mention it when we get there.
I think it would be.
Because none of us are in town at the moment, so we'll mention it. We'll be like, don't tell us about this. Just we'll never speak of this again. That's how we'll phrase it.
Very smart. Yes.
Yes.
I am reluctant to get on the carpet. Just kind of looking towards the mouth and shit.
We technically do have the carpet at this time, so it wouldn't be untoward.
It's not why he's reluctant.
And he just says that to me, you know. we could also take a walk.
Yes, a walk.
Might be nice. Get some physical exertion.
Yes.
Yes.
And more than 5 feet of distance.
Yes, and maybe we'll run into said gnome. I have a description of him. We can get a description. You know, if we run into him before then, we could say we heard all about him or something. Very excited about his excursion. Let's just go. Start walking.
Just want to walk around. Just gonna walk around.
We're going to walk to the Grey Skull.
Oh, I've been there.
Yes.
That's where my secret lair is.
Yeah, sure. Do we have cloaks? Perhaps we should cloak up a little bit just to be certain that you don't alert anyone other than Reagan who are in presence stuff, cleaning up our rooms. We've had them prepare rooms before, never stayed, so that's not out of the norm.
It's not like our presence here is out of the norm.
No, but what if we should run into someone? I know the plate's safe, then sorry. And I just, glamoured studded leather, just nice cloak. Good.
Alright, so you start heading towards Amon. It's about a 2-hour walk to the Grey Skull Shadow.
Yes,
And
a
from where you're
2-hour
at.
walk sounds lovely.
Alright, so how you see Wendell and
We're walking
Igor.
to the Grey Skull Shadow Inn. If you care to join us, Reagan's very excited to see us. And but he'll just say that to let you know, and then we're starting walking now, and then he'll start walking.
Hal waits till everybody's off, and they're like a little bit of a ways away. And then she goes and she's just gonna purposefully break something. I don't give a shit what it is. She's just gonna break something on this fucking ship.
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
How important is the thing you're gonna break?
Uh-huh.
We need that!
How about a 1?
You rolled a 1 on a D100?
I will.
If it's called Cthulhu.
No,
that's really
that's
good.
awesome. Okay, great. We'll get to that
Oh no.
next week. Or whenever you guys go to leave.
Well, shit.
Somebody's going to end the
Alright.
episode with a black eye or a broken arm.
So everyone begins walking to Amon. Hal, after breaking something really important, randomly. And that's where we end tonight's session.
And then
on
then
that-
she follows after, but she keeps like a long distance between
Right.
her and everybody
They're okay
else.
with this. I think
Yeah.
everyone is.
Everyone seems to be quite fine with this
Totally
arrangement.
okay.
And so that's where we end this week. That was, oh, look at that. That's so beautiful.
Rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I feel better with you rolling a 1 than a 100, though. That's just the Call of Cthulhu person in me who's like, well, 100 just makes me go. It's just twitch. I just twitch now when I see a 100 on a D100.
A D100 would have been she broke her foot kicking something.
Nice.
That crit fail on that one. But thanks, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Let's go around and tell us who we are, where we can find you, and what you thought about tonight, favorite part, anything like that. I know Harlan is a little stressed right now, but this has been great. You know, I'm going to start with Harlan because, you know, he was kind of the linchpin in this, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Harlan, how was it?
Yes, thanks for the torture.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love the great game. It is stressful, and I don't know how I'm gonna fix this with Hal. Well, I'll try to think of something. Come on, future self, help me!
I don't know if you can. That's the thing. I don't know if Hal's gonna allow that. So
We'll see in time, I suppose.
Time
yes.
heals all wounds.
I certainly hope so. I'm D20 Coup de Grace. You can find me playing here Monday, Tuesdays, and sometimes in our Alien game. And favorite part. Favorite part was probably the scene when we found Lamont. I really like coming in and seeing the time moving back and coming into save him ish, maybe. I don't know. We may be just destroying everything.
Maybe.
But thank you.
and so the person they found doing all the backward fighting, that's Lamont Quinlan. Hey, how'd that go for you not dying?
It was
Again.
good. It was exactly as it should be. I was totally, and I was gonna surrender, but then when we started the game, and I told you I was gonna surrender. I remember, but as soon as we started this game, I was like, "Fuck that!" And so what happened in this timeline is exactly what I was ready to do, and made complete sense. And I think that this whole thing, things going bug fuck with the timeline and going back in time and all this is exactly what we should be doing. It's exactly the kind of campaign, and this feels like it's all been leading up to a certain amount of like, yes, we're from the future and we need to talk to a gnome, please. Thank you. We'll be on our way, but first we'll need the gnome. So I'm looking forward to all of that, and yeah, the great way to fuck with Trip is here's a huge box full of exposition. I'll have to remember that for the Aliens game, which we're gonna play on the 25th, 10 days after my birthday and after I return from a sojourn to the West Coast. We're gonna go hard on this one. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We got it all booked up. A lot of surprises. I'm excited about it. So we'll see you on the 25th. Frank, I'm excited. Appreciate you guys, and did a nice job, brother. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thank you. And let's go over to Howl. Howl, you seem to have a rough time with the entire change of scenery. How was that for you?
Indeed. Yeah. That was a fucking blast. I love Howl so much, and I love that she is so angry all the time. Because personally, I'm a very angry person, but I internalize everything. So playing a character that externalizes everything, I fucking love it. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Hal, the shifter fighter / paladin, who is gonna take an oath of vengeance when we level up because fuck Avum and fuck all of this. My favorite part was just I love the way this ended up because there was literally no other way that Hal would have gotten on the ship, because she, with her backstory that she doesn't remember but is kind of like ingrained in her, is she doesn't like messing with the natural order of things, and that's exactly what we're doing. So there was literally no other way this could have happened unless maybe like you killed her and brought her back on the ship or something. I don't know.
We could have done that if it could have been done in less than a minute. However,
yeah.
we didn't have that.
Yeah, Hal's kind of got a lot of health, and yeah. But no, my favorite part was being stuck in like a perma hold person and talking to Bahamut and basically saying, I'm gonna fucking fight you. Like, I will literally fight a god right now. Like, she's mad. She feels betrayed not only by her friends, but who she sees as family, but by the god that she chose to follow. Like, he made this mess and now she has to clean it up, and she feels like that's too much for one person's shoulders. And I'm gonna stop talking now because I could talk about Hal for years. You can find me here on Twitch and Twitter on Mondays and Tuesdays, and the occasional Saturday when we play Aliens, and in a new project hopefully coming up here soon. We'll see. And I was gonna say that I'm excited for next week, but I'm gonna be on vacation. So after that, I'll be very excited.
I'm muted as well. Okay, yeah, great. We'll be excited to have you back. So we'll just have Hal stew and be angry eyes at everyone the entire time. That'll work. Let's go with Igor.
Total silence.
Igor, you had some food? Yeah, you saw some.
I had some food, but
I had some food.
I had a lot of listening. It was great to listen to what you were building with this time halt thing. It's like some of the stories I read before, and it's a fun thing to think about for me, is like the whole time everything is stopped, but you're not, and you can move around, and then the idea of what could be and what may be. I think that's fun. So I really liked what you're building with that and where we're going. And favorite part that goes in with all that is us grabbing Howl and hauling her aboard, and her reaction afterwards is beautiful. It's totally what Howl will do. So that was fun. I'm Shiny Pilot Physics for Igor here Mondays, Tuesdays when we play Aliens. Looking forward to that, Travis. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you. And I'm going to finish up, but we pass it over to Lindy to close out the night. But I'm Deception Check. I manage these minions on Mondays. Minions on Mondays. Wow, that's a lot of M's. And on Tuesdays, I play Merrick Tenpenny in Ravenloft. And that's not going bad. The world isn't ending, and it isn't all
It's fine.
Ambara's fault.
Great.
It's
not.
Yeah,
technically.
everything's fine. Everything's fine. And on Saturdays we play Aliens, or Fridays we play Aliens, or whenever we play Aliens, I'm Hank Granger, and that's a lot of fun. And secret projects that are getting done, and all those kind of things. If I could just not have computer issues and other life things getting in the way. Favorite part tonight for me really was kind of how Hal played it. I think Harlan did a wonderful job handling the wall of text that was thrown at his forehead. I loved the little asides that Wendell threw in from time to time. Igor trying to balance the plates is always fun. And Lamont's wide-eyed enthusiasm and interest in things that he doesn't really understand is always a fun aside when he's dealing with Harlan. He's just always surprised to see things and do things sometimes, and I think that's kind of fun. And then Howl cursing her god. That was just, I loved that. I just liked how Nugget handled Howl in this situation, even though I was afraid she was going to completely throw off my entire plan by fighting everybody, but it worked out. So I didn't want to have to roll a new character. So yeah, that was great. Thank you. I'm going to pass it over to Wendell, Eustace, Abernathy, Lucius, Throckwaddle, Hassenpfeffer the Fourth of the Havisham Hassenpfeffers. Left Lindy.
Thank you. That is I. 'Tis I. Favorite moments for me, Lamont being like, so like I really died back there? Like that's like what was gonna happen? Damn. Like that, the whole just little moment between Harlan's like, I'm trying to get us back into the past, and Lamont's just like, it's really fucking died, huh? Huh, it's crazy. And Hal wanting to, like, ready to fight Bahamut, that was awesome. I loved that. Hal ready to fight Bahamut, because who else? It's like that moment in Castlevania when Trevor's like, and then Dracula's like, oh, you must be a Belmont. Like, it's just like, oh yeah, who else would want to fight Bahamut but Hal? Just, it gave me that vibes. It gave me Belmont vibes, and I loved it. I'm here for it. Igor just going with the flow all the time. I love it. It's great. He's just chilling. I love it. And then Harlan, just poor Harlan. Bless his heart. He's got a lot going on, and yeah, he does not know how to fix social things, and he's very much about the order of things, and so he had to do what he had to do, and oof. I cannot wait for next week and for more. You can find me here online at Laugh Live Lindy. This is my channel. Welcome. We'll be back here tomorrow night for Mists of Ravenloft, where the Grand Conjunction may have started. So, and it's technically not Ambara's fault. It is technically Azalin's fault. Like in the book, it's Azalin's fault. However, she might feel as if she's the one to blame, because of things that may have happened, like carrying his flag through the border. He knew you were gonna do that, though. He set it up so that you guys would do that, because Aslan's kind of a dick. Just in case you didn't know, Lich Dark Lords, not great people. And there's just some things, and wherever it is that you are, Prime Material Barovia, and whatever timeline, time, space that you are, that I cannot wait for you to discover tomorrow night. I am just so excited. I've got my prep, I'm ready, I'm over the moon. It's just so good. I can't wait. And then yeah, just tune in for Aliens next month, 25th. It'll be great. It'll be fun, super fun times. I'm not at all worried about the black egg. Why would I be worried about that? Yeah, that's fun. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out. We appreciate you in the chat, and thank you all for playing, because you all are my wonderful, lovely friends, and I adore you. So until next week, have fun and play games.